A Day in the Life of Seb. Thought I'd do a video. Basically, it's the end of the year and he's been in kindergarten, and it was so nice to know on his last day, which was his class party, even every single teacher said he has done leaps and bounds. I hope he progresses at his new school and I hope he goes really well. He's a completely different child to when we first met him in February of this year, and I'm just sat there like almost crying. And you can tell because when he first started, the photo that they got like then was he was happy, but he was kind of nervous. And then now he was so happy in the photo. It was beautiful to see. But why I'm doing this video is just like we have gone through bullying during school because of his disabilities. Like he doesn't understand personal space. He doesn't understand like, oh, they're older children, so they don't want a little child talking to them. So just a bit of education, just a bit of understanding. It's never going to hurt anyone just to be kind, just to be nice to another kid. You don't know their situation, you don't know their upbringing, you don't know their disabilities or anything like that. You just don't know. So just a bit of kindness goes a long way. Talking to them about anything, honestly, because my son Sebastian, he's so misunderstood. He just kind of wants to be friends with everyone, but he doesn't understand the age difference. Obviously some older kids are like, I don't want to talk to a younger kid. But just a bit of education from parents and children on just being nice in general, it goes a long way. And then we have dealt with so much through his school year. I just wish these schools also understood, like suspending a child like my son when he can't communicate that he's angry, so he'll like lash out. Yes, it's a bad thing. Yes, we will we discipline him for it. Yes, we try to tell him like gentle hands, we don't hit anyone. But obviously in their mind, it's like the way I explain it is there's a disconnection. So if we say to a non-neurodivergent child, hey, we don't hit, it goes in here and there's a part of your brain that says, hey, we don't hit. My son's and a neurodivergent child's brain works differently. So just a bit of education on that. He has been suspended when he does tend to hit, when he does tend to like throw sand at people. Just a bit understanding as well, because there's been a few incidences, and I'm a mum, right? So like I'm the first to own up when he's being a little poo head or he's being naughty. I don't sit there and say, oh, the sun shines out of his bottom, he's a perfect child. I am the first to admit when he's playing up, okay? But just a bit of understanding on the context of why he might be doing that, or like try to de-escalate it or see what's triggering him, or then try to figure out, okay, hey, has this happened before? Let's just like kind of look at it from both sides and then figure out why he's doing it constantly. But then also the principals don't get it because they're like, oh, we'll like, yeah, you're suspended. But then with a child like him who's like forms kind of obsessions with things, when he gets suspended and I'll bring him home, he'll be like, school, school, school. He doesn't understand suspension. He doesn't understand, why am I not at school? Like, you told me this morning that it was a school day. And the last incident that kind of made me a bit was, and like, I'm all for like teachers and everyone telling a neurodivergent child off, or like pulling them up on hitting and things like that. 100% I'm all for it. But what happened, right, was he couldn't communicate that he was angry, right? So he went to hit one of his teachers. Now, there was no actual physical contact made. Again, I'm not defending him. I am the first to own up when he's being a naughty boy. Basically, he went to hit, he like raised his hands and they suspended him for it. And I'm like, hold on, okay, like why couldn't you just talk to him, put him in like time in or time out or whatever, and then explain it to him instead of suspension? Like I understand suspension if like he made contact, like if he literally like punched one of the teachers or hit them, 100%. But again, in that context of suspension, he doesn't get it. Like a neurodivergent child doesn't get why they're being sent home, because they're like, well, hold on, like I was just communicating why I was angry, or like, because they can't tell you, hey, I'm annoyed, that person's annoying, that person's not sharing with me, so I'm going to hit them. That's just the way their brain works. But just a bit of education goes a long way. Just a bit of understanding goes a long way. As a mum to a neurodivergent child, I am proud of every neurodivergent person out there. And I am very proud of every neurodivergent child finishing their school year. As a mum of a neurodivergent child, I've seen it's not easy. There's so much to it, and it is hard raising a neurodivergent child. So kudos to all the parents out there, and kudos to all the children. As a mama of a neurodivergent child, I'm extremely proud of all of you for trying. Like, that's all we can do, is we can try, educate, teach our children right from wrong. And here's to 2026, onwards and upwards. I got a phone call. I've been waiting since August of last year for a pediatrician, because I've had that many people, even my doctor, go, yeah, he's got ADHD, he's showing signs of autism, but I legally can't tick that box. So I finally got a phone call yesterday after waiting since August of last year, and then being told, oh, you're not going to be seen by a pediatrician till March of next year. And I was just like, what? Like, seriously? And then I got a phone call yesterday saying, hey, would you be willing to travel to, I'm from Perth, Western Australia, would you be willing to travel to West Perth for a pediatrician appointment? I said, oh, yes. And they were like, oh, it's kind of like last minute, but it's on the 30th of December. And I said, oh, I will make it. Like, I've been waiting so long to see a pediatrician just to get this diagnosis ball rolling, and just to go tick that box. Just saying, yeah, he's got ADHD, he's got whatever other disorders I'm not aware of. And it's just so, I'm so happy. I almost cried on the phone because I've been waiting for so long. So then I can understand, okay, what's exactly wrong with him? How do I parent to his needs? How do I parent to a child like him? So then I can help everyone else on like how to deal with him, or like how to parent him, or like in different ways, and like how to deal with my neurodivergent son. So proud of all you neurodivergent people out there, and here's to 2026. And thank you for liking and subscribing and being a fan of my channel. Thank you.